Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ask Coach Marie. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching and your host on this series. This is the place where you ask a question and I give my unique opinion as a life renewal coach, astrologer, and past life regression facilitator. Please know that I am not a therapist and I will never tell you what you must do. Each week on Friday, a new video is released with me answering 2 questions from the viewers. I also talk about various other life renewal topics. If you have questions or a question that you would like me to answer for you, send your question to padmacoach@icloud.com. That's padmacoach@icloud.com. Let's go ahead and get started with the questions for this week. Our first question comes from Tamara, who is in Pleasanton, California. Tamara writes, when my mom was in the hospital, she was talking to someone who wasn't there. I thought she might have been hallucinating. She said she was talking to her dad. How could that be? He's been dead for over 20 years. Is my mom losing grip on reality? Thank you for sending this question. And based on your question, it would appear that your mom is still on this side of the veil because your question said, is my mom losing her grip on reality? So I'm going to assume she's still with us. And in answer to your question, I would actually say no, she's not losing her grip on reality. Because she was in the hospital, or she was ill, of course, it's highly probable that her father came to support her, to offer her some encouragement and some support and let her know that he was there for her. When we are ill, the veil between this realm or this side and the other side is thin. That is because of where we are. Sometimes we're in a state where we're not fully here or not fully there, but we're in kind of an in-between state. And it makes it easier for people who are on the other side to actually be seen and heard. It's also probable that your mom has a bit of sight. And when I say sight, meaning she's able to actually see beings on the other side. Now, because you weren't able to see your grandfather does not mean that he was not there. Trust what your mother is telling you, what she is saying. I'm sure you've heard stories of people who, when they're getting ready to cross, they see their loved ones. And a lot of times their loved ones are actually coming to help them across, to birth them into the next realm. In this case, of course, your grandfather was there to support your mother. And I'm sure she probably felt the love and the caring of her father being there. After all, she did get well enough to leave the hospital. So that must have meant that her energy shifted and she was able to fight more for her own survival. Send me an email or comment below letting me know what is currently going on with your mom. Is she able to still see people, her loved ones who are on the other side, or was that just a one-time incident? And support her. Make sure that you do whatever you can to support what she is telling you. And remember also, just because we're not able to see someone doesn't mean that they're not there. So thank you for sending the question. All right, we're going to move on now to the topic for today. And the topic is guardian angels. The reason that I am going to touch on guardian angels today is because of the question that Tamara wrote concerning her mother seeing her father in the room and Tamara wondering whether or not she was losing her mind. When we are born, or actually before we're born, let's start back there, before we're actually born. When we are on the other side and we're going to incarnate, what we typically do is we ask friends that we have on the other side from various lifetimes, actually, if they would support us when we're in this incarnation. Because this particular reality is dense. It's much denser than it is on the other side, which means that it's very challenging to go through this life. And sometimes we need support. Our guardian angel is usually someone who is with us from the time that we are in the physical form to the time that we leave the physical form. There's usually one guardian angel who is with us throughout the entire time of our incarnation. And we also have other helpers who come in and leave. They come in for specific reasons to help us with certain aspects of our lives. There are some people who have two guardian angels who are with them throughout their life, and that's actually even better. With guardian angels, you can talk to them, regardless of if you can see them or not, because they are there. You can pray to them, you can ask them for help, for guidance, for support, and they will do what they can to support you. Sometimes you might have a thought that comes into your mind and you wonder, where the heck did that come from? Well, that could have come from your guardian angel supporting you, giving you direction and helping you to move through this life. It's much easier to get through this life in a good way if we are listening for instructions and guidance from our guardian angels. Guardian angels is also another term used for spirit guides. They're used interchangeably. Go ahead and start talking to your guardian angels. They are there, I guarantee you. They will support you. So, okay, let's go ahead and start with the next question for today. The next question comes from Pam, who is in Berkeley, California. Pam writes, I've been studying a lot lately for exams while working a full-time job and taking care of the family. I'm studying to be a nurse. That's wonderful. Thank you for being a nurse, by the way. I was wondering if prayer would help getting through this stressful period. Very good question, Pam. Yes, prayer will always help. Prayer is energy that is sent out, and it is sent out to the universe, to the divine. And you're asking for what it is you want. Prayers are always answered. Usually they're answered before you actually have the prayer, which is quite interesting and a subject for another topic. When you are praying, there's a way that you can pray to help yourself a little bit more, and that is thanking the universe for the blessings, thanking the universe for your family, for your studies, thanking the universe for everything that you actually have, being grateful. And then you can always, after that, say, this is what I am doing, and I ask you for your divine guidance and your help with getting through this period. I thank you also for the energy that you are sending me. And I thank you for all of the support that you are giving to me. Just ask for what it is you need help with and sit back and wait. A lot of times that energy just shows up. You get motivation, you get energy and the drive. You'll know what to do in every moment to keep yourself going. It doesn't mean that the stress will go away. It does mean, however, that you'll be able to handle the stress more. So I hope that answers your question, and thank you for sending it. We have come to the end of the Ask Coach Marie questions for today. Please be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It helps with the algorithms, which means that it helps this video to be sent out to other people. Please go ahead, as I said, and like and subscribe to the YouTube station. If you would like my support, if you would like to schedule a reading with me, please email me. The email address is below. Send your questions to padmacoach@icloud.com. If you would like to learn more about how I became a coach, I have a memoir, which is And the Lotus Opened, a memoir. It's actually right behind me here. You can find the memoir on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Any of the online bookstores actually has it for sale. So that's it for today. I look forward to seeing you back here next week. Bye-bye.